Welcome to our video exploring 10 more types of fish you might want to think twice about eating. We've dug deeper and put together a more comprehensive look at fish that could potentially cause significant health issues, as well as some healthier alternatives to help you make smarter choices when it comes to seafood. Understanding which fish can be beneficial and which might actually be harmful to your body is key, which can be really bad for your health. It's a serious concern because these contaminants can lead to nerve problems, increase your risk of heart disease, and more. Okay, so that covers the list of 10. This includes other popular fish that contain heavy metals, some questionable fish farming practices you should know about, mislabeling issues, and other things to consider. Plus, we'll give you a complete list of super healthy fish that are less likely to be contaminated. But first, could you do us a small favor? I'd love your support to keep these tips coming. If you're vibing with this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. In the comments, drop a 1 if you're loving this topic, or a 0 if it's not quite your jam. Your feedback helps us make content you'll find awesome. We want to make sure you get the most up-to-date information so you can live a long and healthy life. And stick around until the end to find out how to get 2 heart-healthy freebies. We promise both you and your heart will love them. All right, let's dive in. Number 10. Marlin, the majestic. Marlin is certainly admired for its beauty and power. However, this is one that's better left swimming in the ocean. Marlin are known to accumulate high levels of mercury because they sit at the top of the food chain. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that ends up in our oceans from both natural sources and human activities. Fish absorb mercury over their lifetimes, especially those that live longer or prey on other fish. When we eat fish, we often ingest small amounts of mercury, which can lead to significant health risks, including neurological problems, issues with thinking and memory, vision and hearing loss, kidney problems, and heart disease. That's why it's so important to choose fish that are low in mercury and eat them in moderation. But because marlin eat smaller fish and don't really have any natural predators, they build up a lot of mercury over time. And while everyone should avoid marlin, it's particularly crucial for pregnant women. Studies have found high levels of mercury in breast milk, showing that this toxin can be passed on to the baby through breastfeeding, where it can have a much stronger impact on early development. According to a panel at the Harvard Center for Risk Analysis, a mother's exposure to methylmercury has been linked to a decrease in their child's IQ. Other studies have found deficits in neurobehavioral test scores in children, so it's really best to avoid marlin altogether. It's a high mercury fish linked to serious health problems, and there are simply better, safer options to choose from, which we'll talk about later. Number 9. Tropical reef and warm water fish. Ciguatera poisoning is a significant problem in tropical and subtropical areas, including the Caribbean, Pacific Islands, the Indian Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico. It's something you definitely want to avoid if you can, as the consequences can be pretty severe. Ciguatera poisoning comes from eating fish that are contaminated with ciguatoxins. These are naturally occurring toxins produced by tiny algae that live in coral reef ecosystems. Ciguatoxins can build up in various types of predatory reef fish, including grouper, barracuda, sturgeon, sea bass, red snapper, amberjack, parrotfish, and triggerfish. Now, some of these fish can be found in different parts of the world. What we're really concerned about here are the ones that live in warm waters and around reefs, as they are particularly susceptible to ciguatera poisoning. The symptoms of ciguatera poisoning can vary widely, from nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea to headaches, dizziness, and muscle aches. In more severe cases, people can experience difficulty breathing, an irregular heartbeat, and even temporary paralysis. Recovery can take anywhere from a few days to several months or even years, and some people suffer from long-term recurring symptoms. Unfortunately, cooking doesn't destroy this toxin, and what's worse, ciguatera poisoning seems to be on the rise due to warming oceans, which helps the toxic algae to grow. Prevention is really key with this one. So if you're vacationing on a tropical island or anywhere with warm water, it might be best to avoid eating large predatory reef fish. Check for news updates in the area, or ask a local if there are any current ciguatera outbreaks. Finally, it's generally a good idea to avoid eating the internal organs of fish, as that's where toxins tend to accumulate the most. Number 8. Farmed shrimp. Shrimp is one of the most popular seafood choices around the world, and in the US, it's estimated to make up about 25% of all seafood consumed. As the demand for shrimp has skyrocketed, so has the intensity of farming practices. This is where some problems start to arise. With more shrimp being raised in smaller spaces, disease and contamination have become significant issues. To deal with these problems, farmers often resort to using chemicals and antibiotics. As a result, farmed shrimp presents a particularly concerning problem when it comes to antibiotic resistance. A 2015 study published in the journal Biomed Research International found that a whopping 75% of the bacteria strains found in farmed shrimp samples showed antibiotic resistance. This is alarming because antibiotic resistance can lead to infections and illnesses in humans that are much harder to treat. To make matters worse, one of the challenges with shrimp is that it can be really difficult to trace where the shrimp sold in the market actually comes from. Shrimp is often mislabeled or has no origin information at all, making it hard for consumers to know the truth about where their shrimp comes from and under what conditions it was produced. According to a 2014 investigation by the ocean conservation group Oceana, 30% of the shrimp samples they tested in the US were mislabeled, making it impossible for consumers to know exactly what they were buying. So it's wise to be cautious about farmed shrimp. Look for a supplier you can trust who is transparent about their practices and can trace their shrimp back to its source. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Your health might just depend on it. Number 7. Spanish mackerel. Spanish mackerel, a popular and tasty fish, has become a regular part of many seafood lovers' diets. And while the Spanish variety does contain less mercury than its cousin, the king mackerel, you should still be careful. As we've discussed, mercury poisoning can increase your risk of heart disease, kidney damage, problems with focus and brain health, and more. In addition to mercury, Spanish mackerel is often contaminated with polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs. These are industrial chemicals that were banned back in the 1970s, but still persist in the environment. PCBs can build up in the fatty tissues of Spanish mackerel and have been linked to various health issues, including cancer and reproductive problems. Now, some species of fish are more prone to contamination than others, but there's another major factor we need to talk about: location. Where your fish comes from can have a significant impact on the levels of contamination. A particularly interesting 2006 study looked at the mercury levels in Spanish mackerel caught along the Atlantic coast of the southeastern USA compared to those caught in the Gulf of Mexico. The analysis found significant differences between the two groups. Specifically, mercury levels in Spanish mackerel from the Atlantic coast ranged from 0.04 to 1.3 parts per million, ppm. In contrast, Spanish mackerel from the Gulf of Mexico had significantly higher levels, ranging from 0.09 to 3.2 ppm. Essentially, if you were going to eat Spanish mackerel based on this data, you would be much safer getting it from the Atlantic coast than from the Gulf of Mexico. But the broader point is that researching where your fish comes from can make a big difference in avoiding heavy metal poisoning. That being said, Spanish mackerel in general can be considered a moderate risk fish when it comes to heavy metal contamination. Number 6. Basa. Basa, a type of catfish native to Southeast Asia, has become increasingly popular in recent years because it's affordable and has a mild flavor. However, there are several reasons why you might want to think twice before adding it to your shopping cart. Most of the world's basa is farmed in Vietnam along the Mekong River, an area that's known for having some fish farming practices that put quality at risk. The crowded conditions and the way water is sourced in basa farms can make them vulnerable to disease. To combat this, farmers often use chemical agents and drugs to control pathogens and parasites. Unfortunately, these chemicals can build up in the fish, posing significant health risks to consumers, including antibiotic resistance, nerve problems associated with pesticides, and food poisoning. Furthermore, a 2016 study found that 70 to 80% of basa exported to European countries was contaminated with Vibrio bacteria, and 30% was contaminated with coagulase-positive Staphylococci. These are pathogenic microorganisms known to cause severe gastroenteritis. So when research shows such a high contamination rate, it's definitely a cause for concern. Considering all of this, it might be best to avoid basa fish altogether. Number 5. Fish oils. While it might seem a bit out of place on this list of fish, it's important to mention fish oils. After all, this is a channel about preventing heart disease, and many people concerned about their heart health end up turning to fish oil supplements. Fish oil has long been promoted as a supplement with numerous health benefits. But recent studies suggest that these supplements might not be as helpful as we once thought, and they could even be harmful in some cases. One of the major problems with fish oil supplements is that the healthy fats in them can go bad. Fish oil contains polyunsaturated fatty acids, also known as PUFAS, which are very sensitive in oil form and can easily oxidize when exposed to light heat or oxygen. When the PUFAs in fish oil oxidize, they can cause inflammation, damage cells, and potentially contribute to the development of various diseases. One of the most concerning effects of oxidized PUFAs is their potential to speed up atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaque in the arteries. Studies have shown that many over-the-counter fish oil supplements have oxidation levels that are significantly higher than recommended safe levels. In some cases, up to 80% of the supplements tested exceeded acceptable oxidation levels. There are a number of other controversies surrounding fish oils, but oxidation is a significant factor that pushes them into the category of potentially harmful. Unfortunately, consuming these supplements might not only negate the expected health benefits, but could actually contribute to the very issues they're intended to prevent, like heart disease. Number 4. Deep-fried battered fish. It's not just about what you eat, but also how you eat it. Deep-fried battered fish, a common item in fast food restaurants, can take a serious toll on your heart health. One major reason is the use of cheap and often reused vegetable oils in the frying process. These oils tend to oxidize and become rancid quickly, which increases the levels of harmful free radicals. Reusing the oils only makes the problem worse. Additionally, the high temperatures used in deep frying, combined with carbohydrate-rich batter, can lead to the formation of advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. AGEs are toxic compounds that result from the reaction between sugars and proteins. These harmful substances can significantly increase oxidative stress and inflammation in the body, further raising the risk of health problems. Ultimately, regularly consuming deep-fried battered fish can contribute to a range of cardiovascular issues, such as atherosclerosis, coronary artery disease, heart attacks, and strokes. So although it might taste good, deep-fried battered fish poses a significant threat to optimal cardiovascular health. Opt for healthier cooking methods like baking or grilling whenever possible. Okay, back to the worst species. Number 3. Moray eel. Moray eels are certainly fascinating creatures with their long, snake-like bodies and menacing jaws. But when it comes to eating them, it's best to just say no. Moray eel is sometimes used in dishes like grilled eel soup, sushi, curry, and ceviche. However, health organizations like the CDC warn against eating moray eel at all. Moray eels, like other large predatory fish, tend to accumulate very high levels of mercury. Moreover, moray eels can carry a parasite called Gnathostoma spinigerum, which can infect humans. The larvae of this parasite, when ingested, can cause a condition known as gnathostomiasis, which can lead to severe abdominal pain, vomiting, fever, and even damage to the central nervous system. Due to these risks, we strongly advise against consuming any moray eel. Number 2. Barracuda. Just like moray eels, barracuda is a powerful and fierce predator, but it's another fish that should be completely avoided. Earlier, we discussed ciguatera poisoning, the toxin that's common in warm waters and leads to serious health problems that can last for years. As a top predator in these ecosystems, the barracuda accumulates ciguatoxins at significantly high levels. In fact, data shows that barracuda is one of the fish most likely to cause ciguatera poisoning. Around 50,000 people per year experience ciguatera poisoning, including a number of people who commented on our previous video, and they can attest to the fact that this is a problem you want to avoid at all costs. Finally, it's important to reiterate that ciguatera poisoning cannot be neutralized by freezing or cooking the fish, and it can't be detected through taste or smell. So staying away from barracuda is really the best option. Number 1. Puffer fish. Puffer fish, also known as fugu, is considered an exotic delicacy, mainly found in Japanese cuisine. However, there's a very serious catch. Puffer fish are highly toxic, and consuming them can be fatal. The Japanese government strictly regulates the preparation of puffer fish, with chefs undergoing rigorous training and certification. But despite these precautions, cases of puffer fish poisoning still occur. While less common than other types of food poisoning, the potential risks associated with pufferfish are huge. Tetrodotoxin, the toxin found in pufferfish, causes numbness, dizziness, difficulty breathing, paralysis, and in severe cases, even death. Symptoms develop rapidly, and death can occur within 6 hours. Tetrodotoxin is actually more lethal than cyanide, making the risks of eating this fish incredibly high. Additionally, there is no known antidote for tetrodotoxin poisoning. So while pufferfish might seem like an exciting culinary adventure, the potential consequences of consuming it are far too great, making it the #1 fish you should absolutely never eat. So, that wraps up our list of the worst fish. Before we get into the best fish, let's quickly recap. The fish you should generally avoid, starting from our first video, include tilapia, king mackerel, orange roughy, swordfish, shark, tilefish, and eel. And from today's list of 10 more to avoid, we have marlin, tropical reef, and warm water fish, including grouper, sturgeon, sea bass, red snapper, amberjack, parrotfish, and triggerfish caught in warm water locations, farmed shrimp, Spanish mackerel, basa, fish oils, deep-fried battered fish, moray eel, barracuda, and finally pufferfish. It's a pretty extensive list, but definitely worth keeping in mind. Now, before we move on to the healthiest fish you can choose, Cardiac Health would love to offer you a free book. The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol, plus the first episode of The Untold Story of Heart Disease. Something that everyone concerned about heart health should definitely watch. Just click the link in the description below to claim these free gifts. Okay, let's get back to the video and take a look at the best fish you can eat. The healthiest fish to eat are typically those that are wild caught, as they tend to have fewer contaminants and a more natural diet compared to their farmed counterparts. Wild-caught fish are generally exposed to fewer pollutants, such as antibiotics and pesticides, which can sometimes accumulate in farmed fish. Furthermore, wild fish often have a more diverse diet, leading to a better nutrient profile and flavor. Some of the healthiest fish species from around the world include: number 1, wild-caught salmon; number 2, sardines; number 3, mackerel, just not the Spanish or king mackerel varieties; number 4, cod; number 5, herring; number 6, anchovies; number 7, trout; number 8, halibut; number 9, Arctic char; number 10, barramundi; number 11, mahi-mahi; and number 12, skipjack tuna. While it's impossible to give an absolute guarantee, these fish are generally considered to have lower levels of heavy metals and other contaminants compared to many other types of fish. They are particularly healthy because they are rich in essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, which are vital for brain function, cardiovascular health, and reducing inflammation. Plus, many of these species contain essential vitamins and minerals, such as vitamin D, essential for heart health, bone health, and immune function; vitamin B12, which contributes to nerve function and red blood cell production; selenium, which acts as a powerful antioxidant; and niacin, which is vital for energy production and metabolism. We really hope you found today's video helpful. Now, it's your turn. Do you have any questions or tips to share? Leave a comment below and share them with others in the cardiac health community. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a happy and heart-healthy day.